Hello everyone, Amy from the Learning Center, and today we're going to talk about how to prepare well for college tests. Just a little bit about the Learning Center before we begin. We have staff tutoring. We tutor in all levels of math, chemistry, physics, biology, English, and study strategies. This year we have online tutoring, which is a virtual staff tutor, and you can get the tutoring from the comfort of your own home. And we have peer tutors, so upper level students who have had an A or a B in the course are able to tutor, and all tutoring in the Learning Center is free. So just drop by room 3024 across from the library if you need any assistance. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is identify what doesn't work when studying for college tests. Now, this will take a little bit of getting used to when you come into college, and because the tests are very different than in high school. So what doesn't work? Well, you have to attend class. So poor class attendance doesn't work. Studying the night before, this one a lot of people fall into. They like to cram right before an exam. Relying on others, so maybe you're studying in a group, but you're just trying to really learn through osmosis. You really do have to do the work yourself. Plagiarism or cheating, you can always take a look at the Cambrian College policies on plagiarism. And not asking for help. Not asking for help is really detrimental because there are a lot of opportunities on campus for free tutoring like I had mentioned before. And procrastination. You can refer to the procrastination workshop online for help with this. Okay, this is one of the most important graphs that you will see throughout your entire college career. This is the curve of forgetting. Day one here is in class. So if you learn 100% of the material in class, as you go along time along the bottom here, this dark line is if you don't review your material. So you've learned 100%. As for the next day, you're right around 50% of the material. You've already forgotten 50%. As you go a week later, a month later, you're down to about 10%. So you're going to have to relearn all that material. The yellow line here is if you frequently review your notes just for a really short period of time. So maybe after learning it for the first day, the next day you should review it for at least 10 minutes, right before you go to bed, after you're done eating supper, whatever it is, but you should review your class notes daily. As you approach the test date, which is about a month later, it'll take you a little bit of time to just review that material, and you will have learned that. All right, so the when, the where, and the who. So the when. So what time of day are you best at studying? Some of us are night owls. Some of us know that we perform best in the morning, maybe afternoon. And how much time can we study for? Some of us can only study for 20 minutes at a time. Others of us can go for an hour. Where? This is really important, and students don't realize this. You need to find a place that's dedicated to studying. Studying in your bedroom, so what does your brain associate with your bedroom? Sleep. So if you're studying in your bedroom, you're probably going to feel a little bit sleepy. And distractions. This is a big one. If you're studying in residence and there's parties going on, or if you're studying somewhere else on campus and there's lots of hustle and bustle, you're going to want to find a place that has a few distractions. So some students find the library really helpful. Others, maybe their kitchen table, that type of thing. And who? Do you study better alone, or do you study better in a group? I always recommend that you do both. Most important, what and the why. So choosing the material to study. How are we going to figure out what is most important? Okay, you need to prioritize your material. Maybe the instructor has highlighted certain areas saying chapter 4 is really important, or make sure you understand lab number 5. So you need to prioritize your material. And setting goals. So if you're going to set goals with studying, things like I'm going to study chapter 4 by the end of tonight. So that'll really help you. And selecting the main ideas. Basically, what is the most important information with what you're studying? And no marathon sessions. This is the cramming that I was talking about before. So you want to study in chunks of time, about 20 to 50 minutes. And again, it's going to depend on you and who you are and how you study best. And you want to take a brief break about 5 to 10 minutes long, not any longer. Otherwise, what's the point of studying if you're just going to study for 20 minutes, take an hour break? Okay? And again, going back to the curve of forgetting, if you've regularly reviewed your notes and you attend class, it should only take a short review to get you ready, because you don't want to relearn the material. Okay. Recite, rehearse, and write. Now, repetition is a helpful memory tool. Your mind is kind of like a bike path. If you ride your bike down a path every single day, multiple times a day, that path is going to get very defined. Your mind is the same thing. To get that path nice and clear, you want to review the material and repeat it in a variety of ways. Okay? One good way here is flashcards. I love flashcards. I recommend them to all the students. So on the first side, what do? You write a single word, idea, or phrase. Here, we're talking about hypothesis. Okay, what is a hypothesis? If I flip my card over, I'm going to put the definition or the explanation or any other key facts. Okay? So what you can do with the flashcards is once you have a stack of all your notes, okay, on the flashcards, you can study them. This is going to help you by writing them out. Okay, so kinesthetic learners, it's going to help you with auditory if you talk them out, and you just get to review them time and time again. One of the reasons I really, really like flashcards is that you can take them anywhere. You can take them on the bus, maybe between classes, you're waiting for your friend at the gym. You have them with you all the time. So you can do those short repeated review sessions, and it'll provide you with immediate feedback. So hypothesis, you think about what hypothesis is and you flip it over. Okay? Self-testing. So you can turn your flashcards into actual test questions. Okay, they're very convenient. Like I said, they fit in your purse or your backpack, that type of thing. And shuffle the cards up. Don't always learn them in order. So because the questions on a test are not going to be in order from chapter 1 to chapter 10. Your instructor is going to mix them up. Okay? And I really enjoy that you can flip them over, and instead of learning them from the words and figuring out what the definition is, you can flip them over, read the definition, and figure out what we're talking about. And as you learn the material, you can reduce your stacks so that you can see as you get closer to the test how much you actually need to learn. A couple other suggestions: use old tests, quizzes, practice questions from the back of the textbook. This is a really good one. And make your own questions. Put yourself in your instructor's shoes. What would you ask if you were the teacher? And you can organize a study group. So if everyone in your study group makes your flashcards, you can switch them up, you can quiz each other with your flashcards, because everybody's flashcards are going to be slightly different. And again, the last thing, like I said, very, very important, review your material right after class, that day, the next day, so that when you get to that test a month away, you don't have to relearn all the material. And that's it for this session. Thank you.